Taurus. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. All right. Can you believe it, guys? Oh my gosh. It is the end of August. We are looking at the 30th through the 1st or the 5th of September for your reading. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, Taurus. This has been a crazy, crazy summer. Crazy summer. It's like, where did it even go? Especially with all these we've actually in Oregon hit, I think it was June, July, and August, we topped out and hit history as far as our numbers of temperatures. So it's been a crazy summer. So for those of you that are brand new, welcome, welcome. My name is Patti. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot, divine driven, divine guided, because I never know who's going to help me out in this reading. Might be somebody that you know, maybe I know. Divine angels, I don't know. I just know that it is divine driven, divine guided. All right. So the way that I do my tarot, for those of you that are brand new, is I do the current energies and future energies, and then I don't go into the past energies because those are the past. If we were to do a one-on-one reading, I would go into the past. But I do current, future, and then I pull an extra oracle for divine, being that that's his message to you, or the angelic realm to you about something that you're trying to go through or struggle, challenge, question, that kind of a thing. So hopefully that helps you in your answer to a question you may have to divine. All right, and then I go into the reading. All right. So let's get started. So I already have the divine card chosen. So let me go ahead and get the current energy and the future energy. A lot of and I put the future energy, I look at the astrology of what's going on with the planets and how that's happening, what the moon, the sun, and the planets are doing up there. So it's very, pretty much accurate to what even the divine is trying to do in your life. Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of shadow work going on out there this week. A lot of shadow work going on. Definitely we want to take a deep breath, learn how to refuel. Again, there is a video down below about refueling. It's sort of corny and fun, but some ways that you can learn how to refuel yourself, knowing which way it is for you to refuel. It is also the number 7, which is about your potential, what you want to do and what you want to grow. A lot of the times we get more clarity when we breathe and take it and slow things down, because when we slow things down, we can really pay attention to our inner self of what we really want, what we really want to do. So when we sit and refuel, we sometimes can get clarity, even on some of times of our priorities to where they were going to go. So that is the number 7. Your current energy is the number 7. So this is all a lot about your potential and your ambitions, paying attention to those details of what you really want at this moment, because this is your current energy card. And then also too, to pay attention to, do you actually even breathe? That sounds funny, doesn't it? What I mean by that is paying attention to your breathing. A lot of the times people don't even pay attention to their breathing. That's a lot of shallow breathing. But sometimes when we get that deep breathing in, we can actually get more air into our lungs, in our body, in our blood, and actually changes the chemistry. So you'll hear people talk a lot about breathing and paying attention to those details, because that literally is refueling your blood system. So I don't know who that is for, but that just came in. So then we have 2 number 7s about breathe deep, pay attention to the details, need to refuel, slow down, get that energy there, whatever is going on, and really catching what your priorities are, whatever your priorities are going to be for the future. Again, because this future energy is more about your shadow work. It's not a comfortable place to be. It's sort of out of the box. It's a number 5 in numerology. This again is probably the planet energy as well, because we have a fight between structure and about freedom. You know, there's got the Saturn and the Uranus energy. We've got about structure and freedom. Then we have Mercury mixing in there about our communication. So it's sort of an unstable time. It's like, okay, I am really confused, mixed up. This is the time where you need to sit down, breathe, and say, okay, what do I need to focus in on first, because we've got some shadow work to do. This is the inner self work to do. All right. Definitely. All right. So let's see what is going on with this reading here. Oh, I didn't want to use these cards first. I've got this new deck. I just like using it. It's so tiny, though. It's crazy. I guess it's good for my hands because my hands are small. They may not look it, but I'm only 5'2", so small hands. But it's steampunk, and I just love it. It's a brand new card. It's a brand new deck. A lot of pages between you guys. A lot of pages for the earth signs. So there's something new coming in. Okay, and this might be the thing that might be confusing somebody. Definitely, because we have the Chariot next. The Page of Wands is facing the Chariot, and I'll show you that here in a second. Ooh, change is coming for somebody. Change, 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 definitely. Interesting. So your Page of Wands is facing the Chariot. Okay. So something is coming in, something is going to create a movement, something's going to create a change. And it may involve somebody in your life that you already know, somebody from your, I hate to say it, from your past, but it could be somebody from a recent past or a past that's been a while. You might not recognize it right away, though, because we have the Six of Pentacles and the moon is in the center of your spread. Okay. So with the moon in the center of the spread, it's just not seen yet. It's not brought, but it will come because we have, this is really interesting, because we have the Hangman next to the moon. So with something that isn't seen right at the moment, at the present, for the future, it will definitely be shown. You will be able to know it, and you will know it is definitely who or what it's supposed to be, but something definitely new. This is why you're needing to take a deep breath this time, at this time, to really refuel yourself, really pay attention. This is a very spiritual time. This is something to really listen to your inside and not your head. Listen to your spirit and your soul, because this is definitely going to change your world. Okay, so this is the Tower card. This is definitely going to change something, and it definitely is something new because we have the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is also your challenge card, being that somebody's fighting the newness, fighting against it. Or maybe this shadow work is, well, it can't happen. It's not going to happen. It's too good to be true. I don't believe in that kind of a thing, because that is your challenge card. And when we do fight challenge, then we sort of like have to go back and then realize, why are we fighting this? What is it? We then have to look at the details. This is your current energy. We have to look at the details to, why am I fighting this new thing or person in my life? Sometimes, when the divine works really, really fast, it's like, oh, it's too fast. Love can't happen that fast. Love can happen in an instant if it's the right one. So it all just depends on, what it is and your mindset on how it is to come. Again, it is time to just sit back, pay attention, breathe, look at the details, pay attention to it. Maybe we'll get the Hermit card. Yeah, this is about the sun. This is about good things that are coming, but somebody is definitely fighting them. But this is going to come up. We've got the moon. You just can't see it yet. You just can't see it. There is movement happening. Again, you just can't see it, but they're good things because you have if you pay attention to the details, your current energy, we have the Hangman trying to bring something good into somebody's life, because we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about something new, something good. And it's a message that maybe say, hey, somebody could slip and say, hey, did you know they're giving you a surprise birthday party? Blah, 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 whatever. But again, somebody's on that pessimistic, low vibrational side, because your future energy is about your shadow work. Yeah. This is going to release a burden for you. So again, the number 10, something ending, something beginning. This is definitely in the facing to release some type of burden for you, some type of heaviness, something that you've been carrying really sort of heavy, something you've been thinking about not sharing with somebody. Maybe you just don't want to talk about it. You're afraid to talk about it. Or, it's like, oh, they're just going to think I'm doing that again or saying that again. Or, I'm playing the victim again. Somebody's sort of thinking that way. This, again, is you're fighting the newness. And what is it for you that you want? Because this is about you fighting the newness of something or a challenge or something that might be good coming towards you, and you're just fighting it. And that is something inside you that is like, you have to ask why. And is that real or is that truth? I don't see any swords here, but is it truth or is it not? Because a lot of the times we make things up in our head, and that's what creates this shadow and doubt. That's what creates us not to listen to our intuition. Now, and that's what you should be doing, is paying attention to the details of what your intuition is telling you. Yeah, give and take. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Again, this is about your harmony and improvement coming towards you, trying to come to fruition. This is a good thing. This is something that is in balance. This is beautiful for some of you. This is better than Virgo and Capricorn's reading. But you're the one holding yourself back. You're the one that is suppressing it to see where it's supposed to go. Okay? I can get clarification on the moon, please. I can get clarification on the moon for Taurus, please, for the week of the 30th through the... It's supposed to bring you happiness. It's supposed to bring you a freedom. It's supposed to bring you love. It's supposed to bring you everything you're desiring. It's supposed to release your burden. I can't make this up. You saw the card flip. I can't make that happen. I'm not a magician. Those people that go and make all the cards go and stuff like that, it's amazing. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. But this definitely has to do with moving forward into a more positive way for your life and your journey. This future shadow card, this future inner work that's holding you back and keeping you down and keeping you stuck and everything, it's time to release it so you can have some newness. This is the waning part of the full moon, or the moon actually. We have the full moon here. I'm doing this on the 24th. We had the full moon on the 22nd. We're still in those full moon energies. Thank God we're getting out of them, because it's been a nightmare for me. But the thing is that we're moving into the waning moon, where so we need to release these low vibrational energies. Get rid of them. Start thinking positive, more uplifting and full of light and love. And no, I can do this, and I can believe in that, and I can make things happen, and suppress those darker feelings. Because you've got two suns right here. And the moon. You got the sun and the moon. And they're opposing each other. This is a good thing. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Definitely. It is going to take a little bit of hard work to get there, and that's not a problem, because we know how to work hard. Tauruses are definitely a hard worker and have that energy within them. They're stubborn, they're strong, they're forward moving. Again, though, this is what's holding you back. The nine of wands. Again, it's to release a burden. Didn't we have the 9 of wands? We had the 9 and 10 of wands. So we're almost done to release a burden, or to release some heaviness in your heart, and be able to breathe again. Okay, that's coming. This is coming. But don't hold yourself back. Okay, don't hold yourself back, because that's you holding yourself back. Release. This is a tower time. This is a time for newness and change and everything to be moving forward for you guys. You've got a very positive reading compared to the other two. Very good reading. Very, very good reading. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. Let me use a different deck. I like to use, when I'm asking if there's anything else, I like a deck that I can actually shuffle. That one I can't shuffle. I can do this, but I can't shuffle that one. It's too long. I had my daughter try to do it the other day, and she's like, I can't shuffle. No. But I love that deck so much. She gave that to me. All right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, please. I love the likes. That helps our channels as creators more so than the shares and the subscribes. But please don't forget to share and subscribe as well. Hit the bell, and you will be notified when I'm on. And I've got some videos coming up to upload about the chakra and the aura reading that we just did in Washington, and then some other videos coming up on character and integrity, that kind of a thing. Just a whole bunch of other things coming up. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. All right, let's see if there's anything else Divine has to say before we go to love and relationships. Five of Cups, Justice. Oh, that was a different reading. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely an internal fight with yourself. Justice, you're going to have to understand where you are in that process. That is you. That you are sort of the judge of it all. You're the one that's going to make the final decision for it. And again, this is a spiritual battle within between you. Okay. Boop. I love these cards. Pirates of the Caribbean. I bought them in there in Ukrainian, and I can't speak Ukrainian. But they're beautiful cards, fun cards. So that is where that is. So let's go to some love and relationships. That doesn't mean that it has to be you're in love or anything like that. Could be if you're single and you're looking for love, or any type of relationship of that nature, or you are dating or in a relationship or married. Hopefully this will resonate with you, or what you need to be working on, or where you're headed, or where you're going for that for this week. For this week. All right. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely that, isn't it? So for the love card is the Dragon's Duel. So inner conflict. Remember, this is same mortality and conscious choice. It is also the number 5. It is somebody looking outside the box, and they are definitely fighting with themselves. The only way to stop fighting with yourself is to breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. There's a song. Because, okay, when we talk about mortality, life is really short, you guys. I mean, as you get older, you realize it even more and more. It's not a comfortable feeling, but everything that we do in life is really pretty much a conscious choice. Because we have the choice to do it, we have the choice not to do it, we have the choice to say it, not say it, those kind of things. But sometimes for this person, it's very uncomfortable because they say too much. Sometimes you can say things, but you have to be thinking about what it is that you're saying before you say it. Because that's what's creating the duel between your spirit. It's just like, it's the right timing to say certain things, I guess. Or which battle are you going to pick to fight against? Definitely. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay. Definitely. We've got the past, the way that we used to do things and the way you used to think, definitely are not going to be the same as what we can do in the future. We are in a transition. Where is your tower? We are in a process of change. We are in a process of turning things and letting things go because they don't work anymore to something new. Okay. So whatever might not be working in your relationship, might be time or even a friendship, to change it up. And the only way that you can do that is you change it for yourself, not for them, because you can't change them. But you have to do it for yourself. Okay. That has to be something that you do, and don't hold back on that. You know, the reason why is I finally came out of the closet about my spirituality in my 50s. I held back for all those years. What a waste of time. I could have been really in my spiritual, authentic self for many, many years, but I held it back. and it was an inner conflict for all those years. It still is an inner conflict, because is it the right thing to do? Because yeah, I did lose some friends, I did lose a lot of different things, but I gained a lot too. So that is the thing, that's our shadow side. We got to look at, because when we hold things back and we hold our past down and we live in the past, we hold ourselves back from all these beautiful, beautiful offerings that are coming our way, because we cannot have something new if we hold on to that old, or that old way. And that's where this conflict is with whoever, like a relationship. I said, like with love and relationships, if you're holding on to an old way or an old past, you can't have a new partner, because you're going to be comparing that old partner or whatever happened in the past to the new one. That is an inner conflict. That is something you need to heal from. You need to learn how to breathe from before you move on, because you'll carry that into the next relationship. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm a little confused. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm going to say no. When people come on and ask questions, unfortunately, yeah, no. Uh, that is this part here. Um, Also, too, if you want to, you want to email me. No, no, unfortunately. And I say that not only from what I get through, but also I've been through that. And I also studied from that, from moving to a country, and also somebody, uh, I'm not even going to get into it, but the thing is that we move to places, or people move for whatever reason, uh, to another place or a country, expecting something that may not ever happen. Yeah. Um, Angel, why don't you email me? Because we'll talk about that a little bit more. Um, I think those kind of things happen in the beginning, but then it changes, especially if you're not from that country. A lot of expectations are expected. It's sort of, I'll give you a really hypothetical real quick. Years and years ago, I had a situation where I got mixed up with an African gentleman, and he came here. But he expected certain things, because the people in Africa were telling them that America's rich, telling them that there's a lot of money here, there's telling them that there's all kinds of this kind of stuff. Um, that they're, that America has opportunities, there's lots of jobs, there's all this kind of stuff, because they see it, they hear it on TV, they listen to this falsehood. And even I worked with somebody that was in the UK, this happened to, and they would come to the United States, and then what happened was, it wasn't anything that they said. There's a lot of poverty here. There's jobs, but they're minimal jobs. And when you go to another country, you can't work for 90 days, and you can't do all these things for 90 days, so that other person has to financially pay for you and take care of you, and that kind of a thing. um, and that's just it. He may do all those things, however, what is it behind it? Is it a manipulation for them to move so that they can take care of their family? See, this is where the devil and the low vibrations come in. This is where the shadow work comes in. This is where people move to another country and use other people so that they can get gain to send money back home and things like that. That kind of a thing can happen. Some can be true loves, not very often. However, people have expectations of other countries that are not real. So when this African person came and he realized that he couldn't work, that I didn't have the money that he thought I had, that I wasn't rich like all these movies and his family said, and that he became broke just like that. But then his family and home expected him to send money, and he couldn't send money. Then there was a fight. Then there was like, oh, you're lying, you're living in America, you're living in these nice homes. And in reality, it's not true. Same with the UK. An African woman moved to the UK, and her family was screaming at her that she moved there. She's now got money, she's rich, send us money, and that we don't have it. Yeah, and that kind of a thing. So you really, really have to be really careful. What is the purpose for you going? What is the purpose for them having you come? And are your expectations real and true? Because a lot of the times your expectations of another country, um, oh, well, that's good that you're both from the same country. But if you're moving to another country, the thing is that your expectations of that country may not be true. Yeah. So um, just have plan A, plan B. Have plan A, plan B. If this person can't take care of you, have a plan B. What are you going to do? If this person can take care of you, what a blessing. I'm not God, so God can change anything, anytime, all the time. I'm not God. I'm not a psychic. I just know from intuition what I feel and what I hear and that kind of a thing. However, I do know from experience and wisdom working with that kind of situation that 8 times out of 10 it doesn't work. But you've got to have a plan. You both have to have a plan going into it to make it work. So if he's financially, how is he going to do that? He has to plan, and he should be sharing that plan with you. How are you going to be able to take care of me? How much money are you making? How much are our bills? How much is this? You should be able to ask those things. And how are you going to be able to support the food? And maybe I need clothes, or maybe things. How are you going to do that? If he cannot give you an answer in doing that, divine is giving you a red flag, and divine is saying, hey, pay attention to this. You need to be asking these questions. And if you cannot take care of me, what is going to happen? How are we going to do this? Am I going to have to work? Am I going to have to take care of myself? We have to be self-sufficient. That other person has to be self-sufficient, whole and whole. We come into the center and we help each other out. This is a joint adventure, not a I and me. This is a joint adventure. All right. Yeah, my intuition is saying you need to have plan A, plan B. You have to have a backup plan, and you have to be asking him the questions, the hard questions. You have to be asking, okay, how are you going to do this? How is this going to happen? And you need to not have fear stand in front of you to be doing this, because you're asking a huge, huge thing to move on. You're asking to move to another country, or to have somebody should not have to take care of you. You should be doing it together. So have a plan A, plan B, because sometimes plan A falls apart, and then what are you going to do if you don't have a plan B? So plan A, plan B kind of a thing. All right. Yeah. All right, so you guys, this has been your reading. Thank you. Thank you so much for popping in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Again, we have a new moon on the 6th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a new moon reading, but that's possible. So just hit the bell when you subscribe, and you will know when I am on. Otherwise, Taurus, that is your reading for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and please walk in absolute love and light of divine and in righteousness. And don't walk in fear. Don't be fearful. This is your future. This is your livelihood. This is time to work with your inner self, your inner shadow work, and work through that fear. For some of you, definitely work through the fear. All right. Thank you, Angel, for asking. You know what? God's in control. I'm not. So keep praying on it, keep meditating on it, and keep asking for a sign. Ask for confirmation of what is happening. Don't ask the cards. Ask divine. Ask God. All right. Take care and love you guys. Walk in absolute truth and love. Bye-bye now.